You guys are gonna finish that up, right?
All right, rolling.
Patch notes are
45
actually up.
seconds. We're not going to be in game time.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Okay, nobody's here. What's going on?
Mine got to 30 seconds, 10 seconds, then went finished and went to 6 minutes, like it had something else.
You in, Jack?
Oh, like you expect anything different?
Spiff, are you in?
I'm in, but I'm here all by myself.
I'm logging into the game. Remember, piano
Everybody's
may
patching.
break everybody.
Alrighty, guys. Quiet on the set.
The fuck? Alright, let me go out again.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than a dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news from right here inside Shroud Avatar. 5 days a week, every Monday through Friday for your entertainment and listening pleasure. And of course, today is Friday, October 28th, 2016, here inside Shroud Avatar. Many of you out there wondering why I got a black screen. Well, of course, it's Friday, the day after release, and just as we were getting ready to go live, the good boys and girls released a patch. So we are currently patching, at least I am. I believe Jack is up and running, so you can watch on his stream at the moment.
I'm logging in right now, so I'm at 51%.
But I got about a minute before we'll get the game back up and running and get back in there. But no reason for us not to get started here and, of course, get on the roll with the weekend roundup, all that good stuff that's coming out, give you more information on what was released yesterday, what was fixed today. We have the lovely Lady Jade here in studio, going to be giving us an update on the Virtue League. We got the Season 3 awards and, of course, the kick-up of Season 4 to talk about. So we got lots of stuff to bring you all today. And, of course, a reminder real quick, next week is going to be a short week since I'm going to be headed up to SodaCon in Baltimore.
SodaCon East.
SodaCon East. So we're going to have a short week next week, just giving you guys a heads up now so you can get your minds wrapped around it. But meanwhile, where do we want to kick it off today? Do we want to start where we left off yesterday with release notes? Do we want to go to patch notes? What do we want to do?
Well, the patch notes aren't actually out yet, so we don't know what was actually patched with this latest patch. And I'm at 97% to log into Owlshead.
I've got 4 seconds and bingo. I'm finally launching. So
I just hit the launch button.
It's the no cotton patch.
It's the no cotton patch. Oh, yes, and that's right. Today's the big day. Kinshire and Markham Farms are doing their big cotton giveaway today. And Thex, how much cotton
the coolest title in the
giving
game, too.
away?
I got 5,000 on me right now, so let's see how.
5,000 right on him coming in for starters. And we're going to start giving that away as soon as we get a couple other little things taken care of here, like getting logged into the game. That sometimes helps.
I should set up a promotion with enchanted rings and necklaces.
Are you ready to
Absolutely
continue on where we were yesterday?
And where exactly were we yesterday?
Well, we ended with the encumbrance, and so right after that is going to be interrupts.
The interrupts.
Yes,
I will
Shut
have
your
to
mouth.
get there.
that's right. Shut your mouth. Let me know when you are there.
I am logging in right now, so give me a second.
Race, Laz.
What's that?
I said I'm logging into. I said it's a race.
It's a race. I bet you I
Slackers.
Well, I was going to say, as far as the interrupts go, before this release, the code inside of the game was placeholder text. It was essentially insert code here.
Yes,
And
I
so
saw that.
it was a random number between 1 and 100, and if you were below that number, you were interrupted. If you were above the number, then you were not interrupted. And so there was what really was just a placeholder. So they have gone ahead and calculated a formula for interruptions, and so you may or may not be interrupted a lot more frequently now.
Oh, by the way, there's a new skill.
I was just gonna say, there's a new skill for that.
Concentration.
Are you referring to the next one, which says concentration?
Yes, that's a skill.
Concentration.
New innate skill in the focus magic school that decreases the chance that you will be interrupted while casting. They have also upgraded the soothing rain visual effects. They toned down the opacity, as well as the earthquake visual effects. They toned down the screen shake due to feedback that it was making some players feel ill. It's an earthquake, man. It's not supposed to make you feel good. And then targeting breaks at range. Selected targets will be lost once they reach max range. Then after that, weapon durability. The rate at which weapons are damaged by combat has been reduced by 50%.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Then there is Illumination is no longer usable from the non-combat bar. Oh, man. I've never had to use that skill. I don't know what that one does.
Oh, I do.
That
breaking my
blinds you.
immersion.
It's an interesting one. Spiff, you want to tell the folks what that one does?
Literally, is the combo spell where you combine Banish Undead and Healing Rain.
No.
That's it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Plus, you got a pillar of light above you.
Heals and kills at the same time.
Yes.
He's wrong on that. It's just a regular spell.
It's an overtime effect too.
Yeah, it will now heal over time.
Oh, that's
After that, we do have spell stacking. A lot of people are complaining about this, in the fact that a number of spells were able to be stacked, and this is specifically the buffs. Shield of Crystal, Death Shield, Immolations, Shield of Ice will now overwrite each other, although Shield of Air is currently broken.
No, it's not broken. This is a temporary thing. It's not going to be on for much longer.
It can still be stacked,
exactly.
is what they say.
It can still be stacked. That's why I'm saying it's broken.
But for what everybody out there in layman's terms, instead of being able to stack 5 shield spells now, you're shit out of luck, is what they're telling you.
Yeah.
You can't do
Yeah,
that
temporarily.
anymore. It was never intended to be that way.
I just want them to take Immolation off the shield list. It is not a shield, it is an attack spell.
Well,
Agreed.
unfortunately, Chris does not believe that, and Chris has stated that Immolation is a shield spell. There has been some call out for Immolation to actually be called Fire Shield. But I don't know if that's going to take hold or not. So if you got an opinion on that out there, please go into the forums or come on in, shout it out, tell us what's going on. There's the patch notes right now on Steam.
Steam, yeah. They're also up on the main webpage.
But
Goody.
of course, while I'm on that, let us remind you that we are the only show on the air 5 days a week that invites you to come in and talk to us, tell us about your opinions. And if you've got an opinion on this one, come on in. Join us in chat. Go into Twitch TV /NBNN or /Cynicist and join us. Actually, it's NBNN News. or come into Discord. Go to the NBNN.info site, use the Discord app. Come on in and tell us what you think. We invite you to come down and tell us. So, yeah, that's a tough one. Chris has called that, in his post, a shield spell. So,
Nah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. You know, having fire on you while you're casting a water shield makes no sense, right?
well, yeah, I just figured, you'd be soaking wet and singed and smell like crap if you did that, right? Normally.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Moving right along.
End up with a. Then after that, the Spellbinder stance is like other stances. Spellbinder stance is no longer usable from the non-combat bar. And then there's also Shield of Crystal. The hit
That's a good spell.
point of Shield of Crystal has been doubled, and it now grants Earth Attunement bonuses.
Yay.
So that gives you a better reason to use Shield of Crystal. And
Come on, I wanted to grant more strength.
He said he doubled that.
No, he doubled the health.
The health, yeah. And then Earth's Embrace no longer grants the attunement bonus. So if you want that Earth attunement, you need to be running around with Shield of Crystal.
Now, question, Spiff. Why do you see a difference? More health, more strength. More health keeps me alive. More strength just gives me strength to carry stuff.
No.
More strength gives you more hit points.
That's what I'm saying. He wants to carry
damage.
stuff. I'm going, screw that.
No,
I want to
it's
live.
3 things from strength.
Yeah.
3 things from strength. Hit points, carry, and damage.
That's right, the damage also.
Whereas
Anyway.
hit points is just hit points.
Yeah, he did them
Do you
all.
want all 3 or do you want just 1?
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did Led
What's
Seb
the
just
wow?
actually agree with something today?
I did.
Yes, he did.
That's amazing.
Write it down.
If you happen to be a player town owner, you can now select from a list of predefined start points for your town, and new housing content will appear, including new elven homes for the elven bundles and tip decorations. Finally, the updates to dynamic player-owned towns that have locked submission forms will appear in-game. The inactivity timer for tax-free lots was delayed from release 34, and it should be now in-game, with the default being 4 months, then citizen accounts 5 months, all the way through Lord of the Manors, which don't have to log in for over a year.
13 months.
Yes. Then, so the start point selection for dynamic player-owned towns, that's just the start point. It's not all the exits. All the exits are still where they are.
What?
Well, actually, you can
I
pick.
heard a rumor, though.
You can pick from most of the exits. If you haven't played around with that yet, I've actually been playing around with that. I've moved the start point of Journeys, and from the original start point where the Pack Slayer template starts to come in now, and you enter right on the docks right in the middle of my town, which is where the boat to the other town is, hook up to the underground and where everything is. Why should people have to run all the way to hell in there when you want to just get into your town and do that? But I'm also exploring alternate entrances, because we can do that now, to give the town a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more uniqueness, as it may be. I'm sure you're familiar with Owl's Head, and how when you come up the main road, it's just nothing but vendors in a marketplace. With the option to do this now, I can move the main entrance from that winding, nothing usable land area to a place where you come in, and I can set up a grand market the minute you walk in. It's a wonderful new tool for everybody out there.
Does that also address the teleport issues where people are teleporting in random spots in POTs?
I don't know about that. I know it just works on the start location, and of course we're waiting to see the placeable town crier as well. We're going to be able to do that. Now, was there mention of moving a banker as well, Jack? Do you recall?
Well, that was the next thing, is that the placeable dynamic POT town crier, that is supposed to be coming in-game at some point in the very near future. I have yet to find mine. You can't pick them up, which means that banker you should also be able to move as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen a way to do that yet, so we'll have to find out.
More than likely, if you're a player-owned town owner, it's going to be going to the bank, claiming rewards, and you'll see a new NPC called Town Crier. If they do it the
piano,
easy way.
Please. Actually, no instruments right now, please, because they were crashing out left and right over here.
I just crashed.
Are you referring to the fact that my game is frozen?
Yeah,
Me too.
He just crashed me again.
Oh, I've been frozen.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Is that crashing everybody then?
All right, no more music, people.
Yes, so.
Should have just gone to breakfast then.
But moving right along.
Then we have the Darkstar Moondial has been updated to match the celestial bodies and mechanics, and then Scotty Jones posted a nice long thing about that, which I never read.
Has he tried sticking a wiener in the warp drive?
I have, Captain, but it hasn't done a bit of good. By the by, would you happen to have a wee bit of mustard up there on the bridge?
That was a bad accent. What the hell was that supposed to be?
Spiff knows the reference. That's what the wiener in the warp drive reference was.
That was Scottish, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was his version of Scottish. I mean, I don't know what the hell he was doing, though.
It's an old bit from Dr. Demento.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like that accent, man.
That's why I don't do Speak Like a Pirate Day.
Neither does Jack.
Or any other day. I can do Brooklyn.
I could do Speak Like a Canadian Day.
Hey. Just make sure you apologize first.
How about speak like a parrot?
And,
Anyway, the moon dials have been updated to actually have all the celestial bodies in them. And, of course, there was a shout-out to our local astronomer, Bowen Bloodgood, the other day for all the wonderful work he's done with the astronomy system out there. And there's an updated version of this out there. Again, I don't know what they're going to do, how that's going to be handled for those folks who may be purists and want the original, but we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, wah.
I've been making astrolabes. I still don't know what they do.
Have you
Double
used
click
it?
on that.
Yeah.
Boy.
Now, then, due to latest changes in the way that certain things function, multiple home deeds are going in, because some of the ways that the houses were designed was like, especially with the Elven row homes, you can have the entrance facing to the left or to the right, and so they have decided to just go with a deed that allows you to pick one.
Pick one. Pick me a winner.
And so that is going to be multi-home deeds, and there are lots of them. And then Elven Crown Merchant will also be selling the Elven Globe Home, which is a village-sized home in a glass globe encased in the branches of a tree.
That's
While the
for all
curved
you
glass walls
warriors
cannot
out
be
there.
decorated, they do provide the growth benefits of a greenhouse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that's available.
Exhibitionist. Well, I guess
Yep.
both.
Yeah, for those of
it's
you
a little bit of
who
both.
live in a goddamn ornament.
Yeah, it's just a giant Christmas ornament, sitting on the ground.
That you can decorate the inside, just not the walls.
Put Arius in a snow globe.
That's
Oh,
right.
there you go. There you go.
So we have to combine some funds to get Arius one of those, and then we'll see him in it, and he'll be farting rainbows.
And some sparkle glitter dye.
Yes. Then the medium elven tent is also in there. Then new additions to the add-on store, 2016 cornucopia, the ornate scarecrow music sign, Ooh, a music sign for
Music
those that
signs,
specialize
so if
in
you want to run a music shop out
related
there,
business.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Crash us all. Yeah, go
You want
ahead.
to sell sheet music like a certain bard wants to do around here. I don't know. The bards are all on strike, it seems to be.
Well, I mean, considering we don't need to be freezing everybody's
Well,
game
thankfully
over and
they're on
over again.
strike because we're having tough enough time here with these other instruments right now. And of course, the Release 34 lot deed raffle was held, and of course, the list is out today.
It was, yeah, 675 deeds were put up. I didn't win one again.
Didn't win a single one. Bought a crap ton of tickets. Didn't win nothing.
I got 2.
Now, what's really
congrats.
scary is if you look at the Release 35 lot deed raffle, where there will only be 20 Place Anywhere deeds and 150 player-owned town deeds.
That's right.
Wow.
170
So-
deeds. We're going from 700 almost, 675 down to under 200. Which,
What's
of
the
course,
thought
that's
process
right.
behind that?
we've been telling you that's going to happen. The thought process is there's only X amount of land, and you can only give away so much land. I mean, that's the thought process. There's only 30% over what was sold in Place Anywhere, NPC, NPR, PRT areas. So, as you're giving away those deeds, that number shrinks, and it shrinks fast.
Yeah, but you can afford all that tax. Come on, man.
Hey, well, I'm not talking
Well,
about.
if you go
There's
out
plenty of land
yeah,
in
it's
player-owned towns, but again, now this is going to be adjusted because this was one of the exact points that I had put forward there about this whole thing, which is they're making it based on the amount of land that's being made available by POT town owners as well, and not many owners have towns set up, or at least they don't see it. Again, I don't have lots and lots of stuff placed in all my
Residents?
towns,
Yeah.
let alone I have residents.
Well, you don't have deeds. I mean, what the hell?
Well, I've got deeds for some of the places in my town. I've got extra deeds for people. I got plans for that. But of course, again, what if I don't ever open that? You can't sell those deeds against the amount of town space in my towns. You just can't do it. And here's where it starts nipping it in the bud, because they can only sell X amount without overflowing the market, and then all of a sudden you have more room than there are active owners participating, opening up land. Then you have,
Well,
it's
yeah.
a bad situation in my opinion. But again,
I think we've been against the raffle and the lottery system since day one, and as we go through and start examining it, we find out, yes, our arguments were the actual right ones.
well, again,
We're very-
we knew this was going to happen. Excuse me, and they said this right up front that after the second lottery, this number was going to drop drastically, and we've been telling you all along, since they gave us the heads up. So for those folks who just haven't been paying attention, this is the way it's going to lean now, and every lottery thereafter, unless people have interest, as it may be, in opening up those towns and building up those towns and inviting people in, you're going to see that number of player-owned town deeds shrink as well. And again, I don't see it, but I know they got to sell them, and I know people got to, but I just didn't think it was the right way. But anyway, congratulations to all the deed winners out there. And of course, for those of you folks who've been looking, I'm sure you can go out to the forums over the weekend, and you're going to find all sorts of deeds available for sale for those people looking to cash in and capitalize on it. But that's my rant for that right now.
Yep.
For right now. Got to get it in. We're going to be, only a half week next week. So.
Yeah, you got to pull out the soapbox early.
Yeah.
Then there's a ton of new pot changes and things like that, and yep, including my town that I had to sell is now Solitude, and it's now a swamp.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
And then after that, the offline reward delivery was delayed. Then roving encounters are potential, and they're appearing on the overworld map. I know that they are bugged a little bit yesterday. Haven't checked on since the new patch.
Yeah, they were semi-working last night, as I was able to get a couple of them to trigger. Other ones, they just came up and hugged me big and tight and said, "Hi,
Yeah.
how you doing?"
Exactly. So then after that, it's crafting. We have tons of changes there with the cooking, food, and agriculture. Alcohol has been delayed.
Again.
But yesterday we demonstrated the water harvesting. And then we have not yet demonstrated the plants are watered indication where the dirt changes color.
Which, by the way,
that's happened.
on water harvesting, there's some analytics out there for you folks. I had a click fest yesterday, and I clicked for 5 hours and got about 1,500 buckets of water, so about 300 buckets per hour.
Oh my god.
300 buckets per
Oh my god.
The
There
time
you go.
sink that is known as farming is a time sink.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Huge time sink.
Farmville.
Yes. They polished the enchanted visual effects.
Ooh.
So now it's more of a bluish white versus the gold color. New plants for agriculture. There
Lots
are
of
lemon
new
trees, banana
plants.
trees,
Yeah.
tomato vines, onions, pepper plant, wheat, lettuce, potatoes, carrots.
Carrots?
Eggplant.
Where?
Carrots.
I don't see that stinking carrots.
I have an entire bed full of carrots at Spiffington Farms.
That's right.
That's
Tell them
seeds.
about it, Spiff. You got to open up a store, man.
Seeds from
Sell that
Jennifer,
stuff
Jennifer.
Jennifer's got 'em?
Janiford, Central Brittany, Exeter. The usual haunts.
Bramble.
Was on that list? On that list, wasn't there something a vine of some kind? What was that?
Grapevine.
Well,
That's right.
tomato vines, and then I was just to grapevines.
Of which I cannot find seeds anywhere for that. So if anybody finds them, I'm interested.
You do with those.
And then corn.
Corn.
Yes, I've got
We
corn.
need to
planted.
fatten everybody up
Need that
with lots
corn
and lots of corn.
to make that mash.
Mm.
Everybody intoxicated.
Alcohol's not in, Les. Calm down.
Okay, I need some oats so I
And
can.
as Sid has just said, we need tortillas. That needs to be a
Tortilla.
craftable recipe.
And opium poppy
Tortillas,
seeds.
because we need our breakfast tacos, because that makes the world go round.
That's right. We got to take up those eggs and those tomatoes and those jalapeno peppers and toss them into that flour or corn tortilla. Yum.
Certified non-GMO.
Well, I read a little
And-
patch note yesterday that chickens are now given eggs as loot. So if you didn't know that,
Oh, really?
yeah, chickens now drop eggs, folks. Now,
So if you skin a chicken, it gives you eggs.
that's, well, I don't know. It's a
So-
lot
so
better
you're
than doing
harvesting
something else
them
to a
directly
chicken
from
to
the
get an egg,
ovaries?
but that's
Oh,
beside the
God. Oh, God. Oh, God. You take a virtue hit there.
Is Led Zeppelin's trying to get some eggs out of a chicken. He went about it a whole different way.
Yeah.
Leg-
Ingredients sources.
Just saying.
We need chicken coops so we can feed our chickens every day.
We need
Exactly.
to be able
That's
to.
what I need.
We need to be able to harvest milk. We need to be able to harvest eggs. Absolutely, and I see it coming. It's coming. They gotta get the basics in first. We're still in development, folks.
Imagine the
Let's not
milking
forget
time
that.
sink.
This game is turning into Farm Simulator 17.
That's right. Yeah,
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. And
love every
the
minute
Farm
of it.
Simulator is going to be an awesome game. Other cooking ingredient sources. They have added nuts to tree harvests as well as mushrooms to gathering and ensured that all meats can be field dressed from animals. At this point, there are only a few outstanding ingredients that still have to be purchased, such as milk.
Yes,
So,
I
you,
would.
so you, you get milk from cows that are really bulls.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What kind of milk you getting? What kind of milk are you getting? I don't even want to know.
The protein-rich
I'm not drinking
milk.
any of that. I'm telling you.
Loaded with
Hey.
vitamins.
I'm still getting.
I'm only reading in-game chat for discovering this stuff. So
Now, real quick, let's go ahead and take a quick detour off of here. Thex, do you want to give away some cotton to some of the good folks who are listening out there, whether they be in chat or otherwise? Give them a chance to get in on this before the end of the show. And, of course,
Sure.
for anybody who wants to get some free cotton, all you got to do is come up down here to the studio on Owl's Head, right behind the Upper Market Bank, and claim some free cotton.
well, should everybody that wants to participate in Discord say something in Discord? Or
Something.
just type it out.
Something. Double something.
Type out that they want to
Triple.
be included. Yes, so something is working beautifully.
Perfect.
And, of course, same thing for those
That way
of
we
you
can
folks
actually get
over in Twitch chat.
in Twitch
If you
or
guys
in
want
YouTube.
to get in on some free cotton giveaways out there. And for those of you folks listening in on the radio, if you go ahead and email me at news@nwrfb.rocks, or info@wrfb.rocks. It's news@nbnn.info. Use either one of those. Send me an email and we'll get you on the list. We'll make sure you get a little something from today's prize. How about that? And this way, anybody who gets that out to me, I'll be able to timestamp them. You want to give them a little bit longer than the end of the show there, Thex? It's your call on this.
Yeah, anybody that contacts me afterwards, if they were on the show today or they made a mention here, I'm happy to meet them up somewhere and give them a package.
Alrighty, and there you go. So anybody who wants to get in on that, go ahead and chime on in either now or before the end of the show, and we'll get you some of that free cotton from Auchenshire and Markham Farms.
Blood cotton. Blood cotton.
Blood cotton. Blood cotton. And of
And
course,
we all know where Led Zepp gets it from.
yeah, we know.
I'm just quietly making the rounds here handing cotton, so carry on, boys.
Moving.
Okay.
along.
Moving right along, we do have, let's see, where was I? Monitor 2. New recipes for the Scarecrow, the Water Well, the Umbrella, and the Hand Fan. I know that the Water Well is craftable, and Guardian Spiff actually already sold one.
That's right.
Oh, and I've got a scarecrow too.
Sweet. And then the Hand Fan. Also, you can craft the Small Elven Tent and the Crocodile Trophy Head, because we need our little mini dragon heads.
Mini dragon heads.
It's a crocodile. Then the higher tier cooking recipes, since they revamped the what was going on with the cooking and the bonuses, tier 1 foods will give you a 40 to 60 minute buff that will include increase health or focus regen. Some of that is fish stew, mutton pot pie, oyster pot pie, chicken pot pie, and beef pot pie. Tier 2 is going to last for an hour, and they really increase the health and focus regen, and they also increase an individual attribute, either strength, dex, or intelligence. Some examples of that are rabbit stew, venison stew, and garlic chicken. Tier 3 foods last for 2 hours. They give a huge bonus to health and focus regen. They also give a good bonus to strength, dex, or intelligence, as well as a secondary attribute as well, and that's like bear steak and potatoes, wolf and lamb chops. I like that, wolf and lamb chops. Crocodile skewers, grilled scorpion claw potato salad, spider legs with garlic butter, and spider soup.
Yummy.
Yeah, I've got those recipes.
And then tier 4 will give you huge bonuses to health focus regen, as well as attributes. That's a bear surprise, wolf surprise, venison surprise, obsidian bear stew, obsidian wolf chops, obsidian venison loaf. And tier 5 foods last between 4 and 8 hours. They will give you decent health and focus regen, as well as decent attribute bonuses, plus an attunement bonus, and then a negative attunement bonus, and then it will annihilate one of your attributes. Some examples of those are spicy phoenix bites, demon tea, dragon stew, and troll spare ribs.
Oh, goody.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
I've got the recipe for demon tea.
The demon tea sounds pretty cool. Good.
Yes, it does. Oh, and by the way, there is dragon stew already on the vendor in Owl's Head.
Awesome.
And it's not cheap.
Duh.
What, 2,500?
Go kill a couple of dragons.
Each individual unit lasts for 8 hours, gives +5 to both health and mana, and lasts 8 hours.
Unless you die.
Yes, unless you die, then kiss it goodbye.
And then moving on from food, we do have character stuff where the Ardoris unique clothing was delayed. There are new unique faces like Min Lian Tan, who got a facial upgrade.
You got a facial.
You can look at his... That's right. Edvard was also upgraded, as well as Samuel and Cardan. And then the Clasp Gauntlets cloak for community events, those are starting to be done. And CNBE titles, just like the one that I'm wearing, backers who have been chaotic enough to earn a chaos will start receiving their titles in-game. Just like mine, where it says Chaotic of New Britannia. Woohoo! I am so Chaotic of New Britannia that I actually have an account with the Order of New Britannia, or Knight of New Britannia, and Chaotic of New Britannia. Ooh, spiffy.
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 Oh, yeah, now you wonder why this team is so messed up.
Yeah. Some multiple personalities.
Multiple personalities out there.
Then you do need to go by Ardoris, go find Zangoth, then go talk to his wife and find out all about her relationship so that you can learn the Whisper emote. She will do a little bit more than whisper sweet nothings into your ear. There may or may not be a happy ending involved.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Oh, yeah. The Summer Telethon reward of the Virtue Hand Fan is now in game, as well as the Flaming Bagpipes, the Camera Tintype fan. Yes, I have it in my hand because if I push hit buttons...
Yeah, don't be playing that crap right now.
I'm not playing actual song, I'm just hitting keys on the keyboard.
Yeah, well, we don't know if that's crashing people or not yet.
Go around. Go around, Jack. Put that away.
I feel like I'm in that movie. What's that called?
Phantom of the Opera.
With Chunk in it. No, Chunk. Where they're at the piano with the skeleton fingers. Shit.
Goonies.
Yes, Goonies. Thank you. Sater said it in game first, though. Okay, Flaming Bagpipes and Leather Kilts. The kilts are not yet in game, or we don't know what they're called in the inventory. The weather-changing Clockwork Umbrella is out there. And then... Yep. Does it change the weather?
I don't know. You have to have a bunch of people holding it to change the weather, but it's hard to tell since it's already raining.
Oh, training? Yeah.
Oh, you can stop it. It's supposed to stop it, right?
No, it's supposed to.
Hollyhock is playing Yeah, Hollyhock is actually playing with the new Poi for the fire dancing, and then someone else was fire dancing earlier. One more.
Yeah, that was me.
E flat. Yes.
But we
So
do
she is
need
playing
to get moving
in the
along
fire
here.
dancing. Yeah. Yep. Oh, well, we got 5 minutes. What are you talking about?
No, we don't, because we
Lots
still
of stuff
have to
added to
get
the add-on
Jade
store.
in there, and we have a weekend calendar to do.
Whoops.
Hello, yeah.
You know what? It is time for Jade. If Jade is still around, yes, Jade
Yes,
is still
she
around.
is.
She's juggling the peoples.
I'm here. Sorry.
No problem. Now, of course, we have the lovely Jade, Lady Jade, here to tell us about the Virtue League and what went on. So go ahead and fill us in. What's going on? Who won? How was the award ceremony? All that good stuff.
Okay. It was. We held it last Wednesday night. It was well attended. It was beautiful, and thanks to Carrie Death for the deco. Kind of interesting. Barrick was supposed to be there as the award presenter, but apparently had something to do with the release and with whatever was going on in the offices of Portalarium, so he had a really hard time getting out there, so I told him he owed me double for next time. And we had one disqualification. Therefore, the first, second, and third place finishers were... In third was Colburn Enbright, second Core, KOR, and in first place IR, which made it a sweep for Owl 1, 2, and 3 this season.
Very
and
interesting.
We have a tradition at the end of the last fight. We get together some of the top fighters from around the league, and we have a meeting. And there's some new rule changes I thought people might like to hear about. A couple of them are kind of interesting. The books will be available at the Virtue League this Wednesday. I can also get people a copy. First of all, stealthing in the audience will be a lot bannable offense. We no longer want any stealthing. It makes people nervous, as you can imagine.
Absolutely.
We have changed our start time to 7:30 to accommodate West Coasters. We hope it does not inconvenience East Coasters. We'll see how it goes this season, but we did have a lot of requests. We are super shooting for pre-registration between 6 p.m. and 7:15. It'll be a little flexible in the beginning, but eventually we will cut it at 7:15. The latecomers and the, can I still get in, and that kind of stuff is kind of slowing down the works. And then the last rule change, which I think is the one that will be most interesting to see if it actually works, is that the fight time has been dropped to 6 minutes. The naked brawl has been dropped to 6 minutes. And then if the naked brawl goes the full 6 minutes, which we have had it happen go 8 minutes actually, is that the audience will be invited to cast spells. They can be only area of effect spells and throw them into the ring.
Oh, very interesting. Very nice.
So I think we're going to make a list of what spells are acceptable, include those in the rule book. We're not there yet. But we are really hoping for a big season 4. I'd love to see 3 tiers more often. It really helps the younger players be competitive and have fun. So everybody get your butts down to the Virtue League this Wednesday for the opening fights of Season 4. And thank you for letting me speak very much.
Oh, anytime. You're welcome every week to give us updates, but we know life happens and things occur. And, of course,
sleep happens.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of Barrick... Barrick's going to be doing a community stream this afternoon.
Yeah, that's going to be the community of the Avatar.
That's right. So Barrick's going to be opening up a stream. He's going to try and do this, I believe, weekly for you folks. So go ahead. That's going to be, 3 o'clock Central Standard New Britannia time tonight?
It's... Okay, you might as well tune in. He's probably going to start at the Fire Lotus party about 3:30. As the Fire Lotus party is wrapping up, but it officially doesn't start until 4, and I'm going to be there in the office to help him out a little bit. But he's going to be bringing Esteban, Sorcerer Steve, to talk about some map design updates. and then visit Jade Valley as well as Hometown. So all of that's going to take place over that hour that he plans on streaming. And you can find it on the official twitch.tv/Shroud of the Avatar.
Now, of
page.
course, Holly's asking where the party is this time.
Yeah, where is it?
Now, of course, we'll cover all that coming up here in the calendar. We've got the weekend calendar for you folks. Everything that's going on. There's Halloween parties happening all over the place this weekend. Starting with this afternoon at the Fire Lotus Release 35 party. It's going to be a Halloween
Which is not
themed
on the
party.
community calendar.
Okay. Well, I will
Where's
pull
it
that
at?
up for you real quick.
Where's it at?
I got it here. Hold on. I'll find it. But you can go
Not
ahead
on
and
the
start
community
that.
calendar. Okay, so everybody, don't forget our community calendar is brought to us by Avatar Circle. Since it is a community calendar, lots and lots of people can add events to your calendar, not just the administrator who is Kazan Phoenix Fire in game, or you may know him as Wrath Phoenix on the official forums or in Discord. Laz can also add stuff. Justin can add stuff. Winfield can add stuff. Lots and lots of people can add events to this community calendar. All times on the community calendar are Central Daylight Time and the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia Time.
New Britannia Time. And the
That
Fire
is
Lotus
correct.
release party is happening today from 2 to 4 New Britannia Time in Jade Valley.
Where that?
Jade Valley.
Where that?
Yep. Since it is the weekend update,
Go to
I'm also going to
map.com.
uncheck the Ethervision. I'm going to uncheck the Ethervision Alliance today at noon, 3, 6, 9, and 12 on Radio Free Britannia, WRFB.
RFP.
Fucking idiots.
There are two idiots that don't know what the hell they're doing as they misinterpret the news on a daily show called Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Daily hijinks and shenanigans. Shenanigans, folks. Shenanigans.
Where they randomly stand up and turn their backs to the audience. At 7 p.m., if you are interested in a variety of I want to kill monsters, I want to kill people, or oh my,
Ooh,
look at the
my.
pretty stars.
Pretty.
Oh.
Sparkly.
Are you going to follow that up with a Mr. Sulu? Because he almost got that.
Oh,
that
please. Please do.
accent right. Come on, do the oh my again.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then at 7 o'clock, if you're interested in PvE, you can join the Phoenix Republic with Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malhari. For more information, that's going to be between 7 and 9 this evening. If you're interested in PvP,
The proper PvP-ness.
you can go out to the town of Vengeance and slaughter everyone, because you can't have a slaughter without some laughter. Make sure and kill everyone that you see between 7 and 8. And the person with the most kills at the end of that hour is declared the champion. If you're too afraid to kill anything and you'd rather just sit there and stare at the stars, you can join our friend Bowen Bloodgood out in Caer Drakwich for Friday Night Astronomy. And you can learn why it's going to be 22,000 years before a full celestial alignment.
Don't laugh. It's true.
How many real years is that again?
We don't know if it's real or fake.
Well,
You can
no.
ask Bowen Bloodgood.
We'll never see it,
It
right?
was the
Game
real number of
years
years
or-
was like 400 something.
Yeah. Never going to happen.
Yep.
Not going to be alive for it.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Not-
Better be prudent.
Wouldn't be
Won't be
prudent.
alive to see it.
That takes us to Saturday. And I have no idea what that means.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Well, Twitch decided to, or YouTube decided to randomly choose a language for the starting of my stream, and I have no idea what language that is. Okay, so on Saturday at 7 a.m., you do need to turn your ether amplifiers on to and tune in to Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
Cideria said it is Italian.
Okay. Then, and that's because the extra special show of Wake Up New Britannia with Wolftom and Celine is on between 7 and 9. Do you know who this week's special guest star is for the interview? Oh, the special Who Are You segment? I have no idea either. At 11 a.m. is the Church of the Dark Star. Between 11 and noon.
You know they don't tell me anything.
I know. At noon is going to be the Welcome Quest for Release 35 with Duke Gregor, and it's going to start out in Dara Bray. At 1 o'clock is Meet the Authors out at Byron and Wamby's bookstore in Erie. I am hoping that there's going to be a long line for A Dagger Strikes Twice, and I hope that book 2 does come out eventually. And because I don't know if Wolfton's been invited to this event, but it would be the pinnacle of my night or day to see him.
When was that one again?
Quite a list of books for sale.
Saturday at 1 o'clock. And then 6 o'clock. Yep. 6 o'clock, we do have the Port Phoenix Social Nights with Kazan Phoenix Fire. So find out what they're going to do because there really is no plan. At 7 p.m. is the Saturday edition of the EVL Monster Mash with the Dungeon Master Shady Death, where they meet on the overworld map outside of Soultown. Which takes us to Sunday. Q.
Sunday at the Fair Park Coliseum.
It's Sunday.
Sunday.
At the Fair Park Coliseum. Oh my.
Starts off with the 8:30 a.m. edition of the PAX Lair early morning meeting, which happens in their TeamSpeak channel. At 11 a.m. is the Hospitaler and new player support meeting. And then after that, we have at 5 o'clock, we have the BMC Gridiron registration at between 5 and 5:30. At 5:30, the battles do begin promptly for the Gladiators Gridiron.
Oh, I thought it was
at 7 o'clock is going to be the... What? Say what?
I thought it was for tacos.
Hopefully the winner gets tacos. Squirrel. At 7 p.m. is going to be the evening edition of the PAX Lair meeting, which is going to take place in their TeamSpeak, or you can go show up in-game and watch it in PAX Lair. At 8 p.m. is the final event of the weekend, which is Fishing with Winfield. Fish. It is mandatory that you say the word fish at all Fishing with Winfield events. And that is our community calendar for this weekend of the 28th through the 30th in
Shroud of the
Avatar.
Cideria said Shroud.
Idiots.
Just don't be sure.
Yes.
All right, moving right along. Time is tight, and we got to get, of course, our sponsors in here. And, of course, thanks to Auchenshire and Markham Farms, the wholesale cotton reagents and vegetables and ale vendors. Check them out in Dawn's Keep. And, of course, you still got time to get on down here, get yourself some free cotton. If you want to chime in and chat, and go ahead and let us know you want to get in on some of this free stuff being given away by our sponsors.
And Laz, I'd also mention we just updated our price on the Shroud Marketplace for 24 hours today. $15 for 1,000 cottons. 24 hours only.
You heard that? Flash sale going on today only. Our friend Arius over at Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. Our friends over at the BMC want you to come out to Market Road. If you need resources, you need the mats to get your stuff made, go check them out. Their prices are rock bottom across the board every day of the week. Our good friend Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Sodamap is truth, so says Lord British. If you get lost, need to find your way, go check out sodamap.com. For those of you keeping track, Umari's HUD has got a new update with a map feature included, so if you follow him, go check that out. He came and told me about that last night. It's pretty interesting. Our friend Ben over at Relics by Rild. RelicsByRild.com for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. Get your shirts, get your hats, get your patches, get your drinkware, everything else you can imagine Shroud of the Avatar related. Want to save some money on that swag? Go ahead and use the promo code NBNN. That's right, NBNN. To get 10% off that swag at RelicsByRild.com. Our friends over at SodaCraft.com, SodaCrafting.wiki, and SodaTaming.com. These guys done a lot of hard work so that you don't have to. You want to find out a little bit more about that information, go check those guys out. And of course, last but not least, our friends over at the Shroud Marketplace, ShroudMarketplace.com, for all your virtual vendable needs here in Shroud of the Avatar. Jack, want to tell the folks about the marketplace?
Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That includes that 24-hour flash sale that Auchenshire Markham Farms is having of 1,000 cotton for $15. Yes. Don't forget, you can buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related on ShroudMarketplace.com. That includes accounts, clothing, crafting, goods, game gold, because we do have Wolfton's extra special 100k game gold up for sale still. He re-added it, and he does have it in stock, unlike other vendors. And that from there is also, don't forget that you can list your house decorations, your rares, your services. That includes crafting services, just like Vaclav, or Soda Design Services, Scrota's Music Service, or Weddings and More by Laz.
That's right. Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, and much, much more. You need rentals, you need space, you need something. Give Laz a call. He's probably got it, or he can tell you where to get it.
And that means that it is super easy to register an account on Shroud Marketplace. Just click on the register. And if you want to become a vendor, it's really easy. Just click on the vendor registration, which is on the left-hand side. And you can be up and running in no time at all. You just need an active PayPal account in order to send and receive funds.
Selling goods. That's right.
Start selling your goods and or services. All of it is allowed, including if you're going to help people level.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about that stuff, but we're not going to go there. We'll take that up next week.
That becomes a really contentious one, but as far as that one guy that was offering his leveling service where he put you in his party for an hour or two, got you 1,000,000 XP, that was deemed to be perfectly legit.
Yeah, well,
I'm
hearing some other buzz in the background about some bug abuse, but we'll investigate that and bring you more on Monday.
Well, if you're abusing a bug, you're probably going to be banned eventually. But yes, and if you're banned, account deleted.
Bye-bye.
But we do have to thank everybody for showing up. Thank you for participating. Thank you for hanging out with us in Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do this show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. So thank you from the bottoms of our hearts, wherever that is. Yes, because as Laz says,
we love this
he hates this shit.
We love you guys. And of course, we love what we do. We love bringing this to you every week. day in and day out. Of course, even with the little fumbles that we have, it's always fun to see what the good boys and girls down at the offices are going to throw at us. But meanwhile, it is Friday. That means we got to wrap it up and get out of here. We've got a bunch of playing to do so that we can bring you some more first-hand experience and stories about what's going on. And, of course, don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to go ahead and catch the traditional Fire Lotus release party starting at 2 p.m. New Britannia time. Look for Berwick Stream out there today. It's going to be a whole new feature out there. I wish Berwick a lot of luck on that. And, of course, check him out. Give him some support. Show him what the Shroud community is all about. Meanwhile, we're going to wrap it up and get out of here. We'll be back with more on Monday for the weekend roundup. Tell you what we saw, what we didn't see, how things went, and all that fun stuff. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest patch notes, and anything else we can bring you here, right here on NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday. Monday. Hopefully music will be fixed on Monday. I hope it'll be fixed on Monday. That's right.
Help, I've fallen into a well.